Hey, what is up, In Like Flynn movie lovers? PJ and I here, and today we are going to be talking about something very exciting. We got to go see a screening of How to Train Your Dragon, the new live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Yep.
You were excited to see it.
Yeah, I was.
I was excited. I mean, I thought the trailers were good. When we got the invite to the screening, I was like, you know what? PJ's been saying he wants to see it. Why not? Let's go see it. Let's go check it out. And I mean, I was a fan of the original How to Train Your Dragon. I thought it was a good movie. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was a good movie. Obviously, with the kids, they enjoyed it and they watched it a lot. I want to say you watched it, but it wasn't your favorite.
Yeah.
I think it grew on you a little bit with the Epic Universe and the Isle of Berk land in Epic Universe. It made you a little more curious about what the movie was going to be. And definitely, my daughter, she's really into dragons, and she loved How to Train Your Dragon. And unfortunately, she was studying for finals, so she didn't get to go see it with us. But yeah, we went in open minds, went to go see the flick, and overall, what'd you think? Dude, yeah. We will let the cat out of the bag early. It is a fantastic movie. It was probably the best movie that I have seen in 2025 so far. And they really hit the nail on the head with what they were going for, which was really to just make a live action version of How to Train Your Dragon.
I think some of the parts, just based off of what I saw on the original How to Train Your Dragon, I think they did better on some of the scenes.
They brought it to life. They used their imagination and brought it to life. They didn't try to change the plot around. They didn't try to add any additional narratives. They didn't change the ending. I don't want to do spoilers, but obviously it is a very, very close remake of the original How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, even the way down Toothless looks, they didn't really take any creative freedoms to change the way Toothless looks. And the actor that portrayed Hiccup, man, he was rocking. I mean, if you imagine what he was going to look like in live action, it was that kid.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was kind of scrawny,
Yeah.
he definitely didn't fit the whole, Viking sort of vibe. And he definitely, stood out with all the other characters who were, big, bold, strong, and Hiccup definitely nailed the role. And then they brought back Gerard Butler as his father, who actually voiced the father in the animated feature, and I thought that was really cool. What did you think of the way that they cast the movie?
I think they did really good.
Yeah.
It pictures what you would think of the original movie.
Yeah.
To the live action, pretty well.
When the movie first started, I will say I wasn't a fan of the, what was the girl's name?
Astrid?
Astrid, yeah. I actually, early on in the movie, I will say right off the bat, I thought the first few minutes of the movie, I don't know if they filmed those scenes early. I felt like those scenes were a little flat. I felt like maybe they were still getting into their characters at that point. So I was a little worried in the beginning, and I wasn't a fan early on of the actress that was portraying Astrid and the way that they sort of took her character. I felt like in the animated feature, Astrid wasn't as unlikable as she was early on.
She was also blonde.
What?
She was blonde in the movie. To point it out.
All right. Well, not going by appearances. I'm going by strictly, I feel like she was more likable early on in the film, in the animated version, than she was in this version. She definitely comes off as more of a character that doesn't care about anyone else. She's only in it for her own self-interest and to be the best warrior on the island and to win the, basically the Dragon Slayer competition, training competition. So early on, I was a little nervous because, I just felt like they weren't in their characters. Felt like they were a little bit miscast, and just the story to me felt a little flat, but it was following along with the animated version.
Yeah, but it kind of picked up, the character development picked up during the movie.
Yeah, I would say around the time where he started his scenes with Toothless, where Hiccup and Toothless meet up, is really where the movie starts taking off, and then from there, you never look back. And I would say you have to see this movie on the biggest screen possible. We saw it in IMAX.
It was like really good with the sound.
Yeah, the score, they used a lot of the same soundtrack and score pieces in the live action movie, which was really cool. And yeah, the sound effect, if they're going to be nominated, it sucks because I think they're going to get overlooked. But realistically, I was crying at the end of this movie. Right. I had tears in my eyes halfway through the movie. Dude, you were like, what? Go ahead, tell them what you said. You went like that. You gave me a little
I was
nudge.
like, damn, this movie's good.
Yeah, like halfway through the movie, PJ just like nudges me. He's like, damn, this movie's good. And I was like, you're not lying, dude. And it was such a great reimagining. And once it takes off, and I feel like they got into their characters, and you get into those flight scenes, dude, that is where this movie just excels. I mean, they should be nominated for visual effects, for sound, for soundtrack. And when you are watching on that IMAX screen, I mean, it feels like you were riding on top of Dragon. You're like, how are they doing this? Because Toothless looked amazing. Hiccup was riding them, going through the clouds.
It would be cool if they made it like a thing. I would like did motion effects. That would be cool. I think they do that.
Some
like,
of the theaters do that, yeah.
if they did that for our, that would be really cool.
We had one theater here in Maryland that did it, but I'm pretty sure they replaced them. They were over at Arundel Mills. The Arundel Mills theaters used to have those motion tracking seats. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't do that anymore. They took out those seats in the
That would
stadium.
be really cool.
That would be really cool. But I don't know, some of those flying scenes, that might be a little nauseous-inducing, though, because, I mean, some of those effects, man, where he's just, like, going straight up and straight down and riding through the clouds.
Coaster.
Yeah, it would have been like a roller coaster. And actually, I guess they did do a roller coaster in Epic Universe, right? Mm-hmm. What's the...
Hiccup Swing Gliders.
Oh, okay.
It's like a family coaster.
Oh, okay, it's a family coaster. Well, that's cool. That way kids can enjoy it as well. Because some people just don't love the huge drops and things. But getting back to the movie, yeah, the acting was superb. If you took away the first 10 minutes of the movie, I felt like acting was tremendous. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much because this is a spoiler-free review. I know the movie comes out this coming week. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to regret it. This is a movie you do not want to wait for it to come on streaming, because unless you have a baller home theater, you're not going to get the full effect of this movie.
Yeah. It would still be good, though.
Yeah. I mean, talk about the dragons, dude.
The dragons, it's like, you would think it would be like, oh, the dragons are going to look horrible in live action, but they actually look pretty good.
Especially when there's so many, like at the same time. Like, I know, okay, well, for myself, as a fan of like Game of Thrones, okay, like where there are like these dragon battles and stuff, you usually get no more than like maybe 3 dragons on screen at a time. You go to the end of this movie and if you've seen the animated version, you kind of know what's going to happen towards the end. And I mean, you've got like 50, 60 dragons on screen at the same time. And every single one, it doesn't look like they cheaped out on the CGI at all. They look so realistic, so detailed. Just the contrasting colors and the settings are just immaculate. And it almost has like part of it, there's sort of has like a Jurassic Park kind of vibe on some of the shots, especially when they were going to the island for the first time and the one dragon was going under the water kind of thing. And like, we're like, oh, that looked pretty cool. It's kind of like a mosasaur or something.
Ain't no spoilers, remember?
I don't know if that was in the trailer. It might be in the trailer, but yeah. I mean, on a whole, this movie was superb, fantastic. You need to see it. And believe me, I'm just not saying that because we were able to attend a free advanced screening. And best movie of the year so far for me in 2025.
Me too. Because I've seen all of live action movies. I've seen the Minecraft movie, Lilo and Stitch, and now How to Train Your Dragon. So I'd probably say it's How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch, then Minecraft. Even though they're all pretty good movies.
And Snow White, dead last.
Yeah, sure.
I can't remember. Did that even come out this year? If it did, there's no way it holds up in any conversation in top whatever. That's like worst movie of 2025, kind of what we all expected. That was a live action, like
I heard
Sorry.
when with one of my friends, they were looking at the Snow White. There was like nobody in the theaters. Like there wasn't a single seat taken.
Yep. I saw instances of that, yeah, where none of the seats were taken for the movie at all. But yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're a fan of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise to not go see this movie. I hope that they do the next one. I hope they do part 2. There was no really. There was the one. Was there a post-credit scene? No, there wasn't any post-credit scenes. Yeah, it just kind of wrapped up, and it was kind of cool. It was like, yeah, no gimmicks or anything like that. So you don't have to sit around and take it from us. It's not a spoiler. Just you can get up when the movie's over. But again, let's give it a rating, man.
So out of 5 or out of 10?
Let's go out of 10. Why not?
Yeah.
I know, dude. I'm going 9.3. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Acting was excellent. You know, writing was excellent. They didn't try to do anything crazy. They gave the audience what they wanted, which was a live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. And that's what you have to do with these movies. Like, we already know it's a well-established movie with a great plot, great characters, great screenplay. Don't change it up. People are going to go see the movie because they want to see live action characters playing these animated roles. So I loved it.
I'm giving it a 9.45.
9.45, you're going 2 decimal places.
Yeah, because I couldn't decide between a 9.4 and a 9.5, so I just went in between.
Okay, gotcha. Well, hey, that's a great score. And sincerely, I hope you enjoy the movie. If you go see it on the biggest screen possible, IMAX, Dolby, XD, whatever your theater has. Go check it out. Go get yourself a big thing of popcorn. You're not going to regret it. The flying scenes are out of this world. Some of the best I've ever seen.
I would have given it 10 if it, the first like 10, 20 minutes, if they just made that sick, that would have been
Yeah.
9.8.
I just have a feeling they filmed that early. I have a feeling they filmed those scenes earlier than the rest of the movie. And then, yeah, they fell into the roles. So, all right. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy How to Train Your Dragon. Thank you for watching the In Like Flynn's channel. Let us know if you've seen the movie. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. We'd love to respond to all the people out there. And yeah, go see it. Enjoy it. Have a blessed day. Take it easy, everybody. Aloha.